I just figured, I'll go to L.A. and just become like one of the biggest stars in the world. What do I give a shit? I have no academic skills, so this is what I am. It's just, I just project myself to the shit.
So from 79 to 87, what was going on?
I did the Travolta act till I did the Don Kirshner rock concert, which I did the Jerry Lewis, the Travolta, and I ended with Stallone. It was amazing how we got away with using all that music, just not paying a nickel for, the Rocky theme and Grease and all the music I used. Because the producer was Tom Lynch, who was 23 years old, and I go, don't we have to pay, to use it? He goes, just don't worry, just do your act. And he wound up producing my first special, Dice Man Cometh. And, because I took off in, it was September 13th. Okay, exactly 10 years later, February 13th, 88, is when I aired on the Rodney special on a Saturday. And Monday, I was the biggest comic in the world. That was
What came first, the Rodney special or the Dice Man?
No, Rodney special. I never even really needed my own special. Because before my special hit, I was in arenas already. It was ridiculous.
No shit.
And what I did, I predicted, and I've put this up on my Instagram where I put the ad on my Instagram of, I took a full page ad in Variety, on a Thursday. The special was going to air the Saturday the 13th, the Rodney thing. So on the 11th, because Friday how everybody closes down in show business. So I took a full page. I spent about $3,500 on a full page. Half the page is my picture, real attitude picture. Not even in a leather. I'm just sitting on a chair backwards. And the other side, I wrote this whole long poem about, in bold letters, I never studied much in school, but when I turned on the tube, and then I listed everybody, there was Elvis the King, Buddy Rich with Hands Like Lightning, Travolta sang and danced, Sly knocked me out, Brando made me pout. I mention all these heroes of mine, and at the end I write, Murphy and Pryor, both great, no doubt, but in 88, it's Dice thou shout. I never studied much in school, ... but I did study. With big, bold writing, Rodney Dangerfield, Nothing Goes Right, Saturday, and I predicted what it was going to be to the entire industry, and it's exactly how it came down. Because number one, Rodney let me edit my shot, because he showed me an edit of my, what I did. And I looked at him and I'm like, nah, that's not it. And he goes, okay, man, why don't you work on it, all right? Work on it with the director. And I worked on it for a couple hours. I show it to Rodney. He goes, you happy now, man? Okay, all right. And that's what he let air, because I knew what was going to affect the public. I just, I didn't care what any of the comics were going to do on that show. I couldn't care. What's his name? Barry Sobel shows up. And what's Barry Sobel known for wearing?
Leather jacket. No, something.
Baseball jacket.
Baseball jacket.
Okay. So he shows up in a motorcycle jacket.
They're
all trying to fucking throw me off. All these fucking guys. So I go over to Rodney and I go, what's with Sobel? And he goes, what do you mean, man? Because Rodney looked at me like I'm going to be the guy. That's it. Like he knew I was going to blow up if I did the right set. And I go, why is he in a motorcycle jacket? That's not what he wears. Hey, Barry, come here a minute, man. And Barry's like, yeah, Rodney. He goes, what's with the jacket? He goes, where's the baseball jacket? He goes, no, I'm going to wear this. He goes, well, you can wear it, but it's not going to be on TV. Okay, man? So go get your baseball jacket. Dice wears the leather jacket. And that was it, And I came up there. We did 2 shows on 2 different nights. And the first show, when I left the stage, I came over to my father and my mother and Trini, and I said, done, biggest comic in the world. I didn't give a shit about the cameras. I played to America. That's how you got to do it. all the other comics worried about what everybody else is doing. All I cared about, I was so fucking prepared. You know, I would see these guys fucking around at the Comedy Store. You know, the late night crowds with 3 people, and they're fucking around. You know, Schimmel, Herrera, they're just fucking around. And I'm like, you dumb fucks, man. When you get the shot of a lifetime in front of you, I don't care if there's nobody in the room. I'm running the set, you know, and that's it. Because the one thing I know is when you do a shot like that, you're going to be a little nervous. So at least be prepared. At least know what's coming out of your mouth. Know you're not going to fuck it up, you know. And Rodney, to this day, you know, without him, it would have never happened. You know, the greatest. And let me do exactly what I wanted to do and edit it exactly the way I wanted to edit it. And the rest became history, you know.
How far? So you didn't shoot Dice Man Coming for about a year and a half?
No, it aired 9 months later, you know, on New Year's Eve, 80. So the Rodney thing aired February 13th, 88. So we're going into 89. So the Dice Man Cometh aired New Year's Eve, 89 going into 90 at midnight.
You sure it wasn't before that?
Yeah. Because it's 9 months after the Rodney special.
Because I got locked up in 88.
Yeah, but that's when I hit.
Before I got locked up, I think that the roommate showed me the special.
You probably saw the Rodney thing because that aired New Year's Eve.
And then I got out of February of 89.
Okay. After the Rodney, after my special, The Dice Man Cometh.
Okay. So
which aired New Year's Eve going into the next year.
And New Year's Eve, 89, 90, I rented out the conference room at the halfway house. And I put your special on.
No, you would tell me this
and
stuff.
I got food, and people couldn't believe it. They were blown away. And I'm like, I'm telling you guys, get ready for this shit.
No, it was...
fucking crazy.
On IMDb, it says January 1st, 1989. So I think...
Which means midnight.
Right. So yeah, I think...
88, 80, yeah.
So not 88 going into 89, not 89 going into 90, I think.
Right. I saw it 89 going into 90.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when it was.
That's crazy.
Because... February, we're going to sit here like 3 dummies trying to figure out a date.
Let's see here.
So if the Rodney thing had February 13th, 88.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, so it makes sense. 88 going into 89.
Right.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.